I was gonna do this story time. I just finished recording this story time actually, and I did it with an app, but it wasn't syncing my audio and my lips, like it was going off. It wasn't syncing it right, so I was like, I might as well just do it straight through on the actual camera. So, okay, this is it's like probably my worst dance ever, and I wasn't even really supposed to be there technically. I wasn't really supposed to be there. So we're going to go all the way back to 6th grade. I must have been 11, 12 maybe. And we were in 6th grade, and I had a crush on a girl in 8th grade. We're going to call her Rose. Yeah. So, the way our school was set up, we would always see the classes. Like, I was on the 6th grade. It was on the end of the hallway. 7th grade was close to 8th. They're like 7th grade. It was like 6th grade, a big wall, 7th grade, and then 8th grade. But we were always going to each other's classes to go into other classes. Like, we were going to each other's rooms to do other classes. So one of these days when we were going past, and I told one of my friends, Connor. Now, Connor is one of the people I've always known in the school. He's like always been one of my best friends in the school. So naturally, when I figured this out about myself, I told him. So I told him, and I told my friend Ryan. I told him and Ryan. But Connor was really more affiliated with the story because he was at the dance. Now, in 6th grade, I was in student council, and for student council, we had to do all kind of other extracurricular stuff, so we would get a certificate at the end of the year. And we got to go to the dances free, so that was a perk. So, but this dance, I wasn't necessarily supposed to go to. It was the father-daughter dance. And the thing was, we've been asked to be like the servers there. We would greet people when they first walked in. All kind of stuff. So we set up before. So I told Connor about this. He's like, oh, you got to tell her. I'm like, I'm not. And one day we were in the hallway, and one of her friends going to slide next to me. She like, don't you like my friend? And I'm like, I looked at her. And I looked at Connor. And Connor was like on the other side of the hallway, but he was like watching from afar, and he started laughing. But I made eye contact when he turned around real fast. So I looked at her, and I didn't say anything. I didn't say a word. I just went in the classroom. I was like, I didn't know what to say. Like, I felt like I was gonna say something stupid. So let's fast forward all the way to the night of the dance. We get there at because we didn't. Thing is, it was like right after school we started to set up. So right after 3 o'clock let out, we went down to the recreation hall. We'll call it fellowship hall, and we started setting up and everything. My mom was gonna bring my clothes and everything so I could get all spiffy for the dance. You understand? So we setting up for 2 hours. The food gets here, everything good. And so it's like the dance is pretty much already started, but no one's there yet. And we go out into the onto the table, and there's this list of people, and we have to there's all the names of people are gonna be there, so and so and their dad. Going to 8th grade, I see Rose and her dad. Her name's not actually Rose. I'm just using that. So something clicked right here. It's like something was like, maybe this isn't such a good idea. And I got up and I went into the bathroom. And I came back out and kind of was like, okay, what are you gonna do when Rose shows up? I'm like, thing is, we couldn't just like let them go into the dance. We had to check their names off. We had to cut the ticket in half, I think, something like that. And we had to give them this little snow globe, because it was like a winter themed father-daughter dance. We had to give them some kind of drink. I forget what it was. So we had to do all kind of stuff. Not only saying have a good time. Those 4 words, were the hardest things I had to say. Those 4 words, have a good time, were just like I'm over here. I went back into the bathroom. I have to rehearse my lines. I'm over here. Like, I didn't want to mess anything up. I didn't want to say like something stupid. I had to say have a good time, have a nice time, have a good time, have a great time. But I didn't want to seem too enthusiastic. So I'm in there looking in the mirror. Connor comes in. He's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, rehearsing my lines. I can't mess this up. He's like, come on, man. Like, we can't be out there because when the people come in, we can't have no one at the table. Like, we're going to get in trouble. So we go back out there, wait another 15 minutes. Here comes Rose and her dad. Oh, God. So we come out. I mean, so they come down the thing. They come down the steps. They put their coat down and everything. And I'm actually impressed with myself that I said it. I'm like, have a good time. She said, thank you. Her dad, thank you. So her dad that up sound like the Allstate dude. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Her dad really sounded like the Allstate dude. He wasn't even black. So he walked in there. I mean, they walked in there, and we waited until everyone else came in, and then we walked in there. It's not over. We have to we have to give them food now. So the guy went up to the stage and he was like, we're gonna pray for our food. So we sitting there praying and everything. Amen. Amen. One of Rose's friends walked in and sat right next to her. So they talking, and I see her friend look at me. And I looked at her, I'm like, why you I didn't like connect anything. So I assumed they were talking about me like after the night was over. So Rose looks at me, she turns around, and she does like a slight wave and a smile. Now, in my mind, like, when I saw that, I was like, okay, Lafayette, do not do anything stupid. When I tell you guys, my first response, like, I was so nervous when she did it, though. It was like a split-second decision. Like, I couldn't just sit there and look at it. So I was like, and I was like, no! Like, in my mind, I'm like, no, you dummy! Like, in my mind, I'm like, smashing glass. I'm like, why would you do that? Like, you freaking 9-year-old. Like, and I'm like, I'm so happy that you, and like, I don't know if anyone saw, I think Kai was next to me, and then she just turned around. She didn't, like, do any response to that. Okay. So that happened. So then we go to, after we're done praying, we have to give them food now. They give me the most easy food to mess up. It's stuffed shells. You know, shells, and they have like sauce and cheese in the shell, but they're like really fragile. So if you put them on there, all the sauce and crap gonna fall and like seep through the plate. So I'm like, this has to be. I'm on my Mission Impossible, so I'm sitting there. Like, everything else was fine though. Like, I was perfectly placing stuffed shells on everyone's plate. And then I saw her coming out. I was like, come on, just don't mess it up, Lafayette. I closed my eyes, got the stuffed shell, put it on the plate. I did it. It's good. It's good. It's good. So everyone's eating. We get our food, and what we did, everyone was on the dance floor. Like, the girls would dance, and the dads would sit down, and the dads would have like 2 songs, and then the girls would dance, and then the fathers would have 2 songs, and it would go back and forth like that. And I remember, you ever? This is a little side note. You guys ever hear that song? Damn it, Butterfly Kisses. I hate that song. Like, I swear they played that song like four times. Like, every dance I go to, every father-daughter dance I did. I did a good amount of college student council for a while, and it was always that last song. Butterfly Kiss. I hate that song. Like, I hear that on the radio, and I like automatically just think